So the Dwah Experience is, I had an idea to come up with a group to, come up with music. Hopefully good. So I was thinking soulful music, good vibing music, music that connects with people. And so I reached out to my sister, who's a amazing singer, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna start this group. I'll write and play the music. You just sing, and it started off with us two, but she had to go off to college, go off to school, so it kind of formed into this collective group of friends and singers and musicians. My sister's still, rocking with me, and just to give our take on and perspective on different topics in the world, and come out with our own music. So that's the Dwah Experience, a collective group of singers and musicians. So first got into music, learning the piano. I used to go to school, go to college. I learned piano late. I was a late bloomer, like 18 years old. I was in college, and I would cut class and cut basketball practice to go to the music room and play the piano. And it was something about like playing a F major 9 chord that kind of just resonated with me. It was beautiful, the connection I had with it, and I really fell in love with it. So I wound up cutting class, which I don't recommend doing, but cutting class and basketball practice was pretty bad. My mom wanted to kill me, but I fell in love with music, and that was my first start in it. And I wind up, now I'm playing churches, and when others moved on, I was basically like kind of like the music director, and it just been a blessing to play music. So that was my first start. It started off in college. So I currently play 3 instruments mainly. The keyboard is the first instrument. Then I had to learn guitar by default. So I was a huge fan of Israel and New Breed. Loved his guitar playing. Loved the guitar. Fascinated with it. And at my church there was an organist. The music director was playing the piano, and there was an open slot. It would be me and another guy kind of jockeying for position, and so whoever got there first was playing piano that day. Even though we weren't that good, we were learning, but that's who would play. And so I remember one day my piano was set up from the week before, and I didn't get there in time. I didn't want to get there in time because I was learning. I didn't know the opening songs and stuff like that. You don't want to get embarrassed and caught out there not being able to play it, or you'll be stuck alone. So I didn't get there too early. Got there right on time, but my piano was taken down, and that hurt me. So ever since then, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna learn an instrument that none of you guys can play. Definitely add a different sound and feel, and give us a band sound. But I'm gonna learn an instrument. I'm gonna learn guitar, and that's it. No one can tell me I can't play. So I wound up learning guitar because of that. That was that push, that drive to do it. And then so piano, guitar, and then when others moved on, the organist moved on, music director moved on, the organ spot kind of filled up, was open, and I wound up learning how to play the organ. So those are the 3 instruments I play. My favorite, I have more fun with guitar, but piano is like my first baby. It's the first thing I fell in love with. That's what first got me into music. So I was say probably the piano is my favorite instrument to play. So thank you for your grace. I have to go on record. A song came about by my sister. So without her, that song would have never been released. She was that initial inspiration behind it. So she was she came to rehearsal with me. Mind you, my sister has like perfect pitch. She sings well. She's like musically gifted. If I play a note, she knows what note it is. She's just crazy gifted. So I asked her to come help me sing at choir rehearsal. And after rehearsal, we were messing around. I was on the organ. She was messing around on the piano. And she was coming up playing like a little intro that she had created for a Prince song. I think it was Purple Rain. And so she's playing this melody, and it was Thank You for Your Grace. So then we filled it up. And it was like fumbling through it, but it sounded really good. So I was like, wow, this is really impressive. Let's helped her fill it out, came up with added more to a melody. And I'm like, yeah, let's record this. Let's do something with this. So I wound up recording it, taking it home to my studio in my mother's basement. Thank you, Mom, by the way, for letting me build a studio in your basement. So recorded it, wrote the lyrics, had her come over, and she just did an amazing job with the song. The favorite part for me of the song is the bridge where she's like freestyling. I was just add a major 7 note somewhere in there and just do your thing. And she did an amazing job. So that's how the song came about. My sister was the initial inspiration and spark for Thank You For Your Grace. So the lyrics for Thank You For Your Grace, I'm a big on writing. I always love writing, love English and stuff like that. So I had to go wherever that was. I had to dig deep in here to come up with good lyrics. I wanted lyrics that would be good. So I looked over my life, dig deep, and I started writing the first part of I wrote the vamp first. The vamp is like the end of the song. Jesus will make you whole. Only He will make you whole. And I had to think about, my life situations, other people's situations, some toxic situations that even I was in or created. I had to think about all those things and realize like only Christ can make us whole. Only He can heal the void that is in us. And then I went from that to the verse. I carried these wounds with me for so long. I had to think about all these people that I know that had situations that never dealt with situations from childhood, or where the father wasn't there, or abusive homes, or whatever the case was. They never dealt with the situation, never turned it over to Christ, and they wound up growing up with these wounds. And so I just started writing from that, and the verse is just kind of coming to life on its own. But it started with that vamp, and just really soul searching in wherever that place is that you go to connect with people. I had to do that. So started with the vamp, wrote that first verse. I carried these wounds with me for so long, been empty and building inward walls. We do that all the time, and it's important to allow God in, allow Christ to do that healing, to touch your heart, to heal those voids that people can't fill or substances can't fill. So that's how the lyrics first came about, and I'm pretty stoked and excited about it. So what's next for the Dwah Experience is we want to finish, put out an EP or album. We also want to do like a live recording of Thank You For Your Grace, full band, all the singers and stuff like that, have that filmed. Do that first, try to get more songs, more content, build like a following. And then I don't want to just write about faith. We want to write about different topics and give our perspective on different things other than faith, even though it's still Christ-centered. And if you know me, you know what I'm about. But I want to touch on different topics. So that's the kind of direction that we're going in. Recording the song, trying to build a fan base, release a EP or album, Christian music, and then start to branch out into other topics. Thank you for watching the video. Please follow me on Marquis_Dwah, D as in dog, WAH. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Dwah Experience, and you can listen to Thank You For Your Grace on all streaming and online digital stores. Thank you for watching once again, about the song story, how the song came about, and a little bit about the Dwah Experience. God bless you all.